What do you got? Where's he going to target? Goes through the offside. Well played. Didn't try to overhit, go for a big six. He just played the ball on merit, took advantage of the width.
Yeah, that'll settle some nerves. This is outside off stump. He gave himself a slight bit of room, opened up that offside, and was able to just bisect the gap with the new ball, with the pace on. That's all you have to do.
Very open stance he has.
Hong Kong, China playing with the same team. They need runs up top. Babar Hayat to bat number 3, the experienced Nazakat at number 4. They want the top order really to fire. Probably the coach saying, same 11, just play better.
Oh, don't think there's a little edge there. Tuskin thinks there is. I don't think Anchi thinks there is. But again, there will be a conversation. Was there a little noise there? I didn't hear anything in my ear.
Huge discussion. Hey, go upstairs again.
TV umpire to director. We have a player review for caught behind. The on-field decision is not out. I have checked the feed. It's a fair delivery. Can we start with front on, please? Ball is close to the bat. Need to confirm through ultra edge. Just keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Roll it back one more time, please. Yeah, roll further. Yeah, freeze it here. I can see there is a spike when ball passing the bat. Ravi, you need to reverse your decision. Stand by. You're on screen. Please signal.
Terrific review. There was quite a lot of discussion. And in the end, at the nick of time, it was Liton Das, the captain, who did review. They weren't very confident, but there was a slight murmur, which has meant that Bangladesh have their first success. Anshuman Rath out for 4, it is 7 for 1.
Babar Hayat, the only batter for Hong Kong China against Afghanistan to make any impact at all. Smoked 3 massive sixes as well. He's in early. A pleasing drive. Gets off the mark straight away.
A very experienced batter for Hong Kong China at 122 versus Oman. But they look at him to get them off to a decent start. We rely on Babar Hayat to get runs. He needs to turn up against the big sides. Been around for a long time. Interesting one, because there was an appeal. Bangladesh weren't very confident. The skin went up straight away. You would expect the bowler to do so. Might have been the bat hitting the pad, but very close in the end. It is decision in Bangladesh's favour.
Oh, that is wild. He's definitely going to have to bowl that one again. Welcome runs for Hong Kong, China. Yeah, just going back to the dismissal, hard to tell, isn't it? Because it's close to the edge and the mark, the spike is there as the ball goes past the edge, but sometimes you can flick the wood on your pads, the cane, and it makes a kind of woody sound as well. I just wonder whether that was what happened. Very hard to tell.
Yeah, you're talking just like a batter.
Not a very good one. Unlike you, Baz. Cramped him up for room. 13 for 1. Devastating start for Anshi Rath at this DP World Asia Cup. Couple of low scores. Bangladesh fans are already happy though. Or is really well supported, aren't they? Wherever you go, passionate fan base, demanding fan base as well. I think Babar Hyatt today, I'll just want to maneuver the ball around a bit more and get his strike rate up. Here's Tanzim. Oh, what a Jaffa that is to start. Swing, seam, and bounce.
And that sort of just took off. His back of a length. Maybe landed on the seam. Most definitely landed on the seam, because that reacted off the surface and carried almost shoulder height to the keeper. Oh, head height. That is some delivery.
Oh, could be run out. Oh, that was out if hit, I'm sure. Suicidal run. There was never a single there. Hridoy almost had 3 stumps to aim at as well.
And this has been a problem for Hong Kong, China. Running between the wickets, and not a new one. And would have been another one. But got stats to back that up, with Hong Kong, China struggle with running between the wickets. 46 occasion, the most in the top 25 ICC ranked teams in the format.
Aggression, but toe ender. Not going to go too far. I push for 2. This time not going to take the risk. Well fielded by Hridoy.
So I don't know what it is, but Hong Kong, China have the ability to run themselves out quite a lot. Bangladesh, well, they want to start, which we want to start as good as India, really, but they want to hit the ground running. It's a tough group, this one.
Just flipped over the top. Again, not out the middle of the bat, but this time they will pick up 2 comfortably. A lively start by Tanzim Hassan Saqib. 22 years old. Doesn't usually take the new ball, often comes later in the innings. He was Bangladesh's best bowler at the T20 World Cup last year. backs away in a big heave, and he gets a stare.
And Tanzim certainly is getting something out of the surface. Hitting the pitch hard. Has been well rolled in. It is quite hard, this Abu Dhabi pitch. And if you can bend your back or hit those grassy patches especially, you get some movement.
Good bouncer, took him by surprise, and the stare comes out again.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। বাংলাদেশি এবং বাংলাদেশি প্রবাসী ভাইয়েরা যে যেখানে আছেন তাদের জন্য আমরা নিয়ে আসছি bazi9.bet। আপনি এখানে নিজেই আইডি করে নিজেই ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন, নিজেই উইথড্র করতে পারবেন, কোনো প্রকার এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই। আর আমাদের সাইটে আছে হাজারো ক্যাসিনো, এছাড়াও আছে ক্রিকেট, ফুটবল, টেনিস। আপনি আপনার ইচ্ছা মতো গেম খেলে এখানে উপার্জন করতে পারবেন। তবে আর দেরি কেন, আমাদের স্ক্রিনে দেওয়া নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করুন এবং আজই আপনার অ্যাকাউন্ট নিশ্চিত করুন এবং উপার্জন করুন ঘরে বসে।
One of the younger members of the squad, Kalan Chalu, just 22 years old, might come in at number 5. Asking in for a second.
These two sides have just met once in T20Is. That was 2014, which Hong Kong China won. And a couple of players that are still playing, both of them from Hong Kong China, Nezakat and Babar Hayat. And you can just expect that Hong Kong China would want their experienced players to stand up and perform. Slight problem is that both Babar and Nezakat have struggled for runs recently. They haven't come into this Asia Cup with runs at the back. So they need to up the ante straight away, hit the ground running and get runs, because they're up against quality bowling attack, and you want your experienced players to be able to handle that seam or swing by Taskin, and there'll be always Mustafiz to follow.
Up and over the offside. Gonna pitch like a pitching wedge. 2 more runs for Babar Hayat. They're trying a few things, Zishan Ali and Hayat, but nothing really coming off just yet. Struggling to find that middle.
And no lack of intent. Trying to hit boundaries. That one just high up on the bat, so not a lot of distance. He does hit the bat hard. He has that ability to hit the pitch hard and then just, we call a heavy ball. That's what he bowls.
Makes room, and he takes pace off there. I think that might have been even slower than 85 mile an hour. He has got up to high 80s already. He's in good form as well, Taskin. 12 wickets in his previous 4 matches. He's really matured into a disciplined fast bowler from the young tearaway that he was. What he's trying to do, he's trying to target that area up and over the offside. Babar Hayat, no fielders out there. And this time he succeeds, but again, not right out of the screws. Gone higher from Hayat, and they come back for 3.
Slightly shorter this time, but Taskin, so a little bit more bat on it from Babar Hayat. But again, not completely timed. So yes, did it by hitting over the top, but it has pitched and just stopped it. So no boundary, but 3 runs.
Seen a few pitching wedges, haven't we, so far? If you're a golf fan, of course they've just pitched and stopped. It looks like a golf course out there. It's beautiful surface, beautifully manicured. Oh, just over. And it's going to be 2 more. So a couple of 2s and a 3 in that over. 9 off it. It's 25 for 1.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম বাংলাদেশি এবং বাংলাদেশি প্রবাসী ভাইয়েরা যে যেখানে আছেন তাদের জন্য আমরা নিয়ে আসছি bazi9.bet। আপনি এখানে নিজেই আইডি করে নিজেই ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন, নিজেই উইথড্র করতে পারবেন কোনো প্রকার এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই। আর আমাদের সাইটে আছে হাজারো ক্যাসিনো, এছাড়াও আছে ক্রিকেট, ফুটবল, টেনিস। আপনি আপনার ইচ্ছা মতো গেম খেলে এখানে উপার্জন করতে পারবেন। তবে আর দেরি কেন, আমাদের স্ক্রিনে দেওয়া নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করুন এবং আজই আপনার অ্যাকাউন্ট নিশ্চিত করুন এবং উপার্জন করুন ঘরে বসে।
You rarely see this happen. You need to get your bat behind the crease. Zishan, it was run making a little hard, the outfield not giving you anything. And that piece of cricket from Zishan is going to cost Hong Kong China 1 run. Umpire Vimala Siri. Yep, there he goes, signals a short run. You don't see that very often, Arthur. Good evening.
Good evening, Russell. Good evening, all. 24 in the first 4 overs. Yes, they've lost 1 wicket, Hong Kong, China. And these two, out of these two, one needs to go big here.
Tanzim. He heard you. He heard you. They've been swinging for the hills, but not really finding the middle of the bat. They struggled a couple of days ago against Afghanistan. Babar Hyatt making 39, and then it was the captain, Yasim Murtaza, who scored 16, and 20 overs they ended up with 94, way behind. But they are trying to show some intent. They are trying to break free. I guess against a quality attack, a better attack, you need a bit of luck. That's what they're hoping for.
And they need to also take the right decision. Which one are the ones that they can back themselves up to go over the top and find boundaries? Only 1 boundary so far. This is the 5th over. Bangladesh in the recent past have been very good in terms of the bowling department. They have been on the money. Yes, they've picked up a wicket. There was an opportunity for a run out.
That's the field. 2 in the deep, outside the 30-yard circle allowed in the first 6 overs. He gets all of it. That's a massive hit. Flat batted by Babar Hyatt.
Yeah, the first 6 of the match comes from none other than on the bat of Babar Hyatt. Yeah, he goes down the wicket and he picks up the length. It's not a full delivery, but still in a good position to swing his arms and eventually hitting it from the sweet part of the bat for the maximum. That is a good hit.
Bold, great response. Tanzim Hassan Saqib, he strikes back after being slapped for 6.
Yeah, great reply and great joy for the fans for Bangladesh in the stands. To be able to hit the previous one for the 6, the next delivery was a beauty. Yep, trying to flick it off his legs, but there was scent of movement away from the right-hander, completely missing it, and the ball goes on to rattle the stumps. Good reactions from Tanzim Hassan Saqib. So Babar Hyatt has to go. Gone for 14. Hong Kong China 30 for 2.
30 for 2 then. Zakat Khan, the new batter. Ball moving around, there's a bit of extra bounce. If you do bend your back, not going to be easy. Charges in, straight away hits the deck.
That's a beauty. That is a terrific delivery to the newcomer, Nezakat Khan. Experience there with 114 innings. Have a look at this, a peach of a delivery from Tanzim Hassan. Short of length, good bounce and good movement, good pace.
Slipper waits. Gives himself a bit of room. And he gets himself off the mark, which ends the 5th. 31 for 2. Last over of the power play against Afghanistan, it was 23 for 4. They've quietly gathered momentum, Bangladesh. They were not too good early in the year. Lost a series here to the UAE as well. But then they started bouncing back and finding form against Sri Lanka. Nicely played. Long boundary to that part of the ground. And the team has come together very nicely, Sambat. Also, Taskin Ahmed coming back from injury is also adding to it. It's making that attack look a lot stronger. Mustafizur, you trust him any time of the year. 8 days of the week, you throw him the ball, you know what you get from him, especially in difficult times. Found a good group of young batters with a lot of flair. But this is quality bowling though that got the wicket of Hayat.
Yeah, Bangladesh have been very good in the last 3 series. They've won against Sri Lanka. That's how he got Baba in that fashion after being hit for the 6th. Lovely delivery, hint of movement and on target. Tanzim Hassan. They went to Sri Lanka where there was a full series. They went on to win the T20 International Series in Sri Lanka. And since then, they've added 2 more in the bag. And you rightly pointed out, the bowling attack has been very good. On the money, right from the word go. He's been sensational also. 10 wickets in 7 matches at an economy of 4.20, Mustafizur Rahman, this year.
This is what they've done today. When they're gone fuller, they've been able to get the 2 wickets, but they've hit the deck. When there's a bit of pace, when there's a little bit of movement off the seam, back of a length is where you want to be. It's not swing, it's seam movement that they're getting.
Yeah, he's been sensational right from the word go. Mustafizur Rahman, you mentioned about Taskin Ahmed, who's worked really hard on his fitness levels and reaping awards, especially in early, picking up a wicket in his very first over. He's only gone for 3 runs in this over.
Pitching outside leg stump, I would think. Bit of nerves though coming into this game. They play Sri Lanka on Saturday here in Abu Dhabi. Just easing into it, different conditions, and also the fact that not only do you need to beat Hong Kong, China, but you got to keep an eye on the run rate, the net run rate. Afghanistan walked away with a healthy net run rate.
Yeah, one thing at one time. Yeah, pitch shots at the leg stump, spot on. Yeah, they need to just get themselves into that momentum. Remember, last 3 series in the bag, Liton Kumar Das has been the skipper, a successful one.
That ends the power play, 34 for 2.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম বাংলাদেশি এবং বাংলাদেশি প্রবাসী ভাইয়েরা যে যেখানে আছেন তাদের জন্য আমরা নিয়ে আসছি bazi9.bet। আপনি এখানে নিজেই আইডি করে নিজেই ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন, নিজেই উইথড্র করতে পারবেন কোনো প্রকার এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই। আর আমাদের সাইটে আছে হাজারো ক্যাসিনো, এছাড়াও আছে ক্রিকেট, ফুটবল, টেনিস। আপনি আপনার ইচ্ছা মতো গেম খেলে এখানে উপার্জন করতে পারবেন। তবে আর দেরি কেন, আমাদের স্ক্রিনে দেওয়া নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করুন এবং আজই আপনার অ্যাকাউন্ট নিশ্চিত করুন এবং উপার্জন করুন ঘরে বসে।
The captain, Liton Kumar Das, he's played a wonderful part leading this team, and he's a very calm character. Even when he comes out to bat, doesn't seem to be flustered at all. Into the power play. Maximum of 5 fielders allowed outside the circle now, and Rishabh Hussain, quickish leg break bowler, starts off with a slip. He can hit a ball as well, so he's very useful. This Bangladesh team.
It's a really good bowling attack. We talk about the seamers first. We've seen Mahdi Hassan opening the bowling for Bangladesh. And then you have someone like Rishad Hussain, who's been pretty successful. 32 wickets in that period. And when you have a genuine right-arm leg spinner, then you have an added advantage, especially on these kind of surfaces where he's a tall lad. He's tall, quite tall, 6'3", 6'4". Releases it from the high trajectory.
Just the single for a lot of risk and a lot of effort. Well, they've had quite a good run, Hong Kong, China. Even though against associate countries, they haven't played a top-tier team in a while. Appointed a new coach recently, Kaushal Silva, right at the back there. Former Sri Lankan opener, test opener in fact, about a month ago, and headed out here. That's Kaushal. Headed out to the UAE about 3 weeks ago to try and get to know each other, acclimatize, get some practice matches in. Played Oman a couple of times, local club. Wasn't a clean sweep. They beat each opposition just the once. Massive challenge as well.